What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action, spawning in the green color, playing as Hades. His name is Nullus. His partners today in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is Count Von Count. And finally, rounding out the team in the blue color, playing as Uranus. His name is Grass. Their opponents today in the purple color, playing as Uranus. His name is Awas. In the yellow color, playing as Zeus. His name is Gabu. And playing as the Ra player here in the teal color, sky blue color, cyan color, whatever you want to call it. I keep on getting comments that everyone's unhappy with no matter what I call it. So everyone, whatever this is, I don't know. It's Julian Papa. We have JSS at the top. We have PXX at the bottom. What's the map? River Styx. River Styx. I love this map. It's so much fun. Basically, water maps without fish. I mean, I think this is a super unexplored type of map for Age Mythology games. Now, there's obviously River Styx, but this is like one of the only official maps out there which spawns a large body of water without any fish. So the players, basically, what it means is the players have got nothing to fight for on the water, but they have to navigate that challenge in the terrain with in aspect in the mid game or the early late game with siege ships attacking town centers, approaching in the early game, trying to traverse that water to get to the next body of land, and all the other challenges that come through it in this sort of a game, especially on top of that inside of the team game aspect here. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot of teamwork that's going to be needed. So I'll go into a little bit about what I personally think this map is all about. Effectively, it is get to the center of the map as fast as you possibly can and get yourself town centers going and get yourself set up there. The team that controls the center of the map generally will find themselves winning here. There is another strategy here that was demonstrated by DoD, I believe, in a previous tournament, which was effectively fast mythic, rush a wonder up, and just play for that kind of 25-minute to 30-minute wonder victory, which is another approach to go for. But apart from that, I haven't seen a whole lot of interesting things here. We do see the grass aspect here. He's going for gold nice and early. I'm not sure what he's going to be investing in with that gold there. I mean, it looks like he's going for a fast second town center, but it really depends. I think there's a lot of room for things like shifting sanding a Uranus villager over to the center land here. Uranus has access to sky passages, which means he can jump from one side of the map to the middle of the map to the other side of the map very, very easily. A very, very strong pick here, but does have that weakness of, in order to get to the center, it needs to build a dock, needs to get a transport ship, as we do see that second town center is starting for Grass. Still no advance time here from Count Von Count. I do think it's important to advance quick here. I would have liked to have seen like a 4-minute advance time here from Count Von Count. Shifting, sanding the villages of Grass into the center of the map, and making things work that way. Instead, we see the second town center. Also, Nullus here is playing Hades. Hades got access to that underworld passage, but that will slow him down to supporting on the mainland here. So he's going to have to make this is going to have to be some decisions that are going to be made in this game as to what's going to happen here. Gabu, also playing Zeus, has got access to that underworld as well. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what their approaches are going to be here. Is the Monument to the Soldiers coming up for Julian Papa here? Houses are also doing everything we are seeing. Very, very standard God picks here. Nothing too surprising. Uranus going through Prometheus here. Grass advancing a little bit later. Going to be advancing for that 5-minute and 40-second mark. It seems just a little bit struggling on the resources where that's concerned, as villagers queuing up over here onto this ball here. Now, one thing that you can do here with with Ra, which I think is really, really important because you're so close to your teammate here and because you've got access to Shadoof, you can very, very simply build farms for your partner. As we do see a town center coming up here. Looks like JSS is approaching this one from the standpoint of let's just get our easy town centers up, go for a 2 town center boom, and see if we can make this work. We've got Gaboo grabbing a far second town center as well over on this location. The dock is up here for Awas. He's going to be going to the center of the map, and he's in the second age. He sees the second town center for grass. We do see a dock coming down here for grass as well, but Awas can just take control of this center of the map. He brings 2 citizen in here. He's going to be trying to grab this town center, I assume. He hasn't thrown down a military building just yet. So he's going to be having that second town center slightly delayed from grasses, but it really shouldn't make that much of a difference unless he just goes for military buildings straight away and tries to control the center, which is another option as well to boot here. Julian Papara as well could go for like 3-4 town centers as well if he chooses. He's got his farms already up, which will delay him, but he could shifting sands villages in, grab town center, and call it a day. We see count on count dropping his own reign at this point here. He's got himself 10 farms up, but no farms for our poor grass and groom on this side here. Yes, there's still boars here, but you can throw the farms down, have the citizen gather farms during this rain, and then jump onto the boar. And also to boot, there's going to be another rain coming as we see Gaboo already dropping his own farms down. Again, why get wood when you can just jump onto gold, tribute it? It costs 10%. The reduction in the cost of this is, if we take a quick look, just for the math of it, you get a 34% reduction in gold cost, right? If I tribute, that's a 10% loss in those resources. So in the end, I don't know if this math is quite correct, so just bear with me. But in the end, you get a 22% reduction in the cost of farms, plus farms are 75 wood as opposed to 70 gold. So you get a big reduction in your cost of farms if you are going to just tribute that gold over and have the villagers move over and start building those. As we do see the citizens of grass have been spotted here as the Valor comes down. Counter barracks is coming up. This citizen is very much stuck here on this position, and grass is going to be losing his citizen here. Beautiful play here from Awas. No, he gets away. He gets into the transport ship as one Oracle dies. The Mamilo coming forward here is another military barracks going to be coming back up, and Awas has blundered that opening here with grass managing to get all those military barracks up, and Awas here getting his own town center up. He spots it, but he's too little, too late. Gaboo's Pegasus is seeing everything here as we see the Hathors coming through. Julian Papyrus dropped his own rain down right now, as well as another dock coming up here for Julian Papar to start this one up. We have to remember there is going to be those shifting sands available as well, as Grass's counter barracks is going to be getting taken out. And Grass starts to put some pressure over. He's getting pressure onto this spot, but he is perfectly fine to sit here. I don't know what Awas is trying to do here, sniping citizens or something, but it's just not going to be happening. The other thing here is that Grass can actually get tributed some resources here if Nullis feels like it. Tribute some resources over to him, and that's going to help him produce all of these military units out as fast as possible to get control of the land, and then obviously take that back a little bit later. But everyone's 2 town centers at the moment. Awas is on the mainland, so that is advantage for him. But as you can take a look here at this mainland, there isn't a whole lot of food here. There's a couple of boars scattered around, but there's not a whole lot of food here on this main island. So you do have to get those farms up at some point here. So we'll see if that's going to be happening at any point here, as the final boars in the mainland getting eaten up. A couple more over here for these players to grab. But the Apollos are coming through for both players. Nullis a little bit behind the 8 ball here. Let's check out those economic upgrades. We've got hand axe, pickaxe, plow up on this position here for Nullis. He's got himself the same upgrades. Nice farms here for both players. Unfortunate ruins placement here, going to be blocking those efficient farms on this town center. But you could just put a granary in here and get some farms scattered around there. It's not that biggest of deals if you want your efficient farms there. So Osiris is already coming through for Julian Papar. He is... I don't know if he's rushing a wonder here, but it feels like he's rushing a wonder. Going Osiris at the moment, you get 2 of those. You get 2 of those pharaohs. He might be a little bit short on resources at the moment for a wonder, but he could ask for some tribute shenanigans here. But I mean, I feel like if you're going to go for a wonder here, the best strategy possible would be like Gaia ISIS of some variety, and you have the Gaia player spread lush all over your island, so no underworld shenanigans can come in. No side builds can come in from the Gaia lush, no underworld shifting sands, vortex can come in from the monument spread. That would be the better idea, as the fighting ensuing in the center of the map here. It does look like Grass is trying to grab the town center while this is going on, and he's able to win the fight to boot here. So this is going really, really well for him, as both players here hit that Hephaestus at roughly the same position there. So while Nullis was slightly behind on that advance time, he has made up for it here in the heroic age to get in front on that mythic age there. Not that it matters. Very, very close there. The question is going to be, who's going to go for the underworld attack? And do you go for the underworld attack on the mainland, or you just get a dock and start transitioning manually into this middle position here, and then potentially underworld to defend or something like that? The other thing here is Grass and Awas haven't put down their sky passages just yet, as the Son of Osiris is going to come in onto this position here. If we take a quick look at what Julian Papa is going for here, there's the Wonder. So the Wonder is immediately coming down here for Julian Papa. This is the exact strategy which DOD did on River Styx. I believe they did this versus Old Boys. I could be incorrect about that one, but I believe this is the exact strategy that went on there. Maybe it was against someone else. Old Boys played this map quite a bit back in the day. As Count Von Count going to be starting to move forward here. They did it versus PXX last year. Excuse me. PXX was the one. As Oas trying to hold here on this position, but Count Von Count is now on the main land here. And the thing is, when a Wonder comes down, you've still got 10 minutes to play before that Wonder is done. So you do have a lot of time there to kind of deal with whatever's going on. So you don't have to panic just yet. You still want to be playing solid Age of Mythology. And the solid plan here is to lay claim to the entirety of this center of the map. One other thing is that the player or the team who picks the map could potentially play this map and play it on Conquest. Conquest is a valid game mode in this tournament. We have yet to see a team picking Conquest just yet, but it is a valid game mode. As the dock's coming down for Count Von Count, Siege Works starting to come up here. You have to remember there's also Shifting Sands available here for Count Von Count, as well as the Underworld. So they could very easily just fly in a Pegasus, Underworld, and hit this location here at the same time. As Oas still running around the map trying to distract. Grass is in a good position now, grabbing himself a 4th town center in the center of the map. Also putting pressure over here. Count on Count coming through, trying to push Oas back here. And it looks to me like PXX is putting all their eggs into this basket of the Wonder here. We'll see if it's going to be working out for him. This Wonder has gone up very, very quickly, but you have to be asking the question, how many resources behind will Julian Papa be here? 28 villagers on this Wonder for around about 2 minutes. It's a big amount of resource investment there, not just in the upfront cost of the Wonder, but also in the idle time that those villagers are technically suffering to build that Wonder there. But it looks like Grass and Count Von Count are going to be able to win this fight over here. Gabu at this moment, he has got all of his armory upgrades. He's got all of his units over here. Do we see the same thing here for Nullis? Looks like Nullis, he's pushing into the center of the map here. He's got his transport ship. I imagine there's going to be some sort of an underworld attempt here from Gabu. There's no military in the main base here for JSS at the moment, as Helios is also coming through for Grass as well. So not only is there going to be an underworld, not only is there going to be a Shifting Sands, not only is there going to be naval auxiliaries coming through for Nullis here to go into the water, there's also going to be a vortex here for Grass to come in. I mean, if you're going to be expecting this Wonder to stay up, I'm sorry to mistake you. This Wonder is not going to be surviving against that much firepower unless you've got up like all the towers in the world. All of this base is going to have to be completely flooded with buildings. We'll see how things are going to go. Watchtowers are starting to come down for Julian Papa here as well. We've already got Count Von Count landing on this position here with the Siege Works at the moment. The war barges, cabinets, ramming galleys here as well. And we'll see how things are going to be shaping up here in this game, as the fortress coming down for Gabu on this one. Iron Mail, Iron Shields, Bow, Saw, Shaft, Blind, Fortified Town Centers coming through here for Gabu as well. as the military barracks coming down here for OAS, and everyone sitting, waiting, watching as this game continues. Counter barracks is going down over here. Mana going down. We see the palace coming up for grass on this position. The center island is now well and truly in control here for JSS, but there's 8 minutes remaining. There's 8 minutes remaining, and Count Von Count is on this land here, though. That's the big thing. He's over here already. We need to be seeing Gabu reacting to this, and he will be moving up there. He's got some strong units. He's got himself heavy infantry coming through, iron weapons. Nullets is also full iron as well, as he's going to be sending some Pegasus forward here, or at least in position to send those forward. The backside here, we see a lot of docks up for Julian Papa, ready to spam out the Navy if necessary here. As Julian Papa getting defended by the Gabu infantry on this side. Going to be distracting nicely here as another Migdol stronghold coming up here. Count's going to be wanting to get as many of these out as he possibly can. He is making some war elephants. Not the best choice here to be dealing against those heavy hoplites, but he's continuing to build those. Son of Osiris also in position as well to be defending here. As Grass is now full Murmillo, making destroyers, making those Hecagigantes. He is going to have an incredibly strong army to break through on this position. And with the army getting distracted over here, the question is going to be how much can Count hold here to distract while the rest of the units come in and start hitting this position. We see more watchtowers coming through here, guard towers coming in for Nullus already, but we need to be seeing the guard towers coming through here for Julian Papa to hold on this position. I wouldn't mind seeing these spaces getting filled up with barracks, with Migdols, with armories, with literally anything on this position here, just to like fill the space up so units can't just, or underworlds can't just place in onto that situation. You can also spam walls. You can't put wall segments down, but you can spam long walls in onto these sorts of positions there, as the Locust getting dropped down over there as well. Nullus coming in to support with the Oxy Juggernauts to boot here on the back position, taking down the town center over here on this one. Houses going down. Julian Papa is at full population here. Does he start some ramming galleys? Yes, he does, to get those out. Another option there is to just make a catapult or two on the shore to defend over there, as the units on this position going to start building. We do see Count Von Counts. He's got the rock over here, going to be jumping into that one to support. There's 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining on this wonder here, as it looks like Count Von Count's distraction has been dealt with, as Count's still trying to rotate around with these villagers and Pharaoh to build this up here. But we'll see if this is going to be enough. As another town center up for Nullus. It's going to be 4 town centers for Nullus, 5 for Grass, and 3 for Count Von Count here. But Grass here he knows he can just bide his time, get himself literally take his time, and basically the strategy here for JSS to take this wonder down has to be a bunch of siege towers, shifting sands again, with an underworld, and everything else. A vortex, underworld, shifting sands, all at the same time. There's a little bit of calm before the storm here. Do see the town center has been taken out as the vortex comes in here for Grass. Now, this doesn't have to be the time they send everything. They've still got time after this if this attack doesn't end up working out. But we will be seeing the attempt here from Grass to push forward. The Son of Osiris helping on that defense there. Count Von Count dropping a tornado in onto this position. Going to be getting a little bit of damage done onto the Wonder, but it's not going to be enough to take it out there, as the Shockwave does come in. Restoration down for Nullus to support on this one. Engineers a little bit late there for Grass, but now going to be coming in to support, as the Locust getting dropped down there from Count Von Count as well. Nullus going to be dropping his Underworld Passage in to come in onto this position to hit the Wonder here, as the shifting sands from Count Von Count going to be hitting, and there's the ceasefire from PXX. As we've got another minute here to go in this game for PXX. Can they get in here and defend is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 siege towers. 1, 2, 3, 4 Heliopoli. Plus the siphons are here. And Grass here could also go for an extra vortex straight away right now to get those remaining units in, as the Wonder is literally surrounded here at the moment. Can PXX figure this one out? I would love to see JSS dropping a Wonder here as well if they've got the resources for it. We'll see how things are going to go as Julian Papa starting to pull in his own villages here. Does he have himself Skin of the Rhino? No Skin of the Rhino here for Julian Papa. So those villages are going to die quite quickly. Trying to repair this one back up as well, as the Vortex does come through here for Grass to get his reinforcements in. And look at this. Wonder is going to go down so obscenely fast here in this game. It is completely demolished from the map here. Julian Papa shifting sands something onto this position, but there is really, I mean, that's not going to be enough there to help out. And the question right now is, can PXX hold here, or do they just tap out after all the buildings are going to get cleaned up here? We also see Count Von Count. He's not stopping here. He's coming back on with this land with all those siege works on the top there as well. As the villagers, they have started to come through actually for Nullus. He gets some guard towers up, has an archery range here. Do see a Colossus taking the town's, the underworld passage down, as the town center of Gabu going to be getting taken out there as well. You have to remember that there is still going to be an underworld passage for Gabu remaining in this game. If that's going to be enough or not, we'll have to wait and see, as a transport ship moving forward here for Nullus. Transport ship's getting everything out here. It looks like, I mean, there's also still another Vortex remaining here for Grass, but it looks to me like PXX have found the defense here for the moment on their mainland. So maybe they're going to go for another Wonder or something here, but in that moment here, we are going to be seeing a Wonder starting here very, very shortly for Nullus. There's the Wonder coming up on this position here for Nullus. Do we see the resources available for PXX to get their own Wonder up or not is the big question. Gabu here, not enough resources. Owas here, not enough resources. And finally, Julian Papa here. He's got enough gold, but not enough food here to drop his own Wonder at the moment. As we see an underworld passage coming down onto this position here for Gabu. Going to be going for the main land here. Remember, there is still a Vortex remaining here for Grass if he wants to use that one to take this position out. It's very, very easy for him to go for that. But, I mean, if he wants to or not is the big question. There's going to be Mercenary for Count Von Count to use. As these units here, we do see the Vortex coming through here for Grass, as Owas is going to be moving through the Underworld Passage as well. Has Grass got enough here as the big ground stomp coming through? And the Underworld Passage is going to get deleted here. Gabu manages to get up a fortress. Is this going to be enough to hold here or not? As there's not many units in on this position for Gabu at the moment. The Heliopoli getting taken down on the top. Underworld Passage is going to get taken down. Another fortress coming up as Count Von Count will be getting his own Migdol stronghold down here to hold. As the fortress will end up getting removed here as well immediately. These villagers can come in and shank this down, and this attack has been thwarted here. We see a Wonder coming down here for Julian Papa as well. Why not go for it again here? He's got the empowerment advantage. Whose Wonder is going to be finishing first here? Nullus, just bring all your villagers in. Let's be completely honest. If you get the Wonder up first, you probably win. You've got full control of the center island. You've got control of the sea in a big way here. So the only way this is going to be a loss here for JSS at this point is going to be if PXX can get their Wonder up first, or if somehow PXX can take the Wonder down of Nullus here on this position, as it's at 50% completion here. There's no Pharaoh or Priest out here for Julian Papa. Where's the Son of Osiris? Where's the Pharaoh? I don't see it at this point. This means that this Wonder is going up really, really slowly compared to Nullus's. Nullus is at 10,000 HP already. It's going to be finished here way, way before, as Count Von Count going to start producing his Migdol strongholds and everything else over here. As we do see on this position, Nullus has taken out the town center. He's pushing in onto this position as well. All of the Navy is out here for Count Von Count as a Vortex comes through here from PXX. Owas at this position to try and defend here, as the units are going to be pushing through for Gabu to hold on. We see the Hekigiganti defending for the time being here, as Nullus's raiding force here will get cleaned up for the time being. I think one thing that you can kind of take from this game is the way that we land on these shores. You've got to bring villagers forward. You've got to set up some defensive precautions here before you push away, or at least while you're pushing away, get the defenses set up, as the Wonder does end up finishing first here for Nullus. This Wonder is not close. Actually, it was very close here. It's just the Pharaoh was not there in time for Julian Papa, and Nullus gets a 15-second advantage-ish on top of Julian Papa. So very, very close here in terms of that finished Wonder, as the heavy ramming galleys are going to be pushing back here. And, I mean, you don't need to play defensive here. Just keep putting pressure onto the land. There's all of this space to land over here, as Grass is now getting his palaces set up on this position. I don't think it's Grass's responsibility to defend this Wonder here. He wants to be putting all of his advantage in the quick building speed that comes from those citizens here to get set up on this mainland and get everyone else over here as well. Now, with Nullus with 3 transport ships, probably a little bit overkill here, considering he's only got 4 town centers. He probably just needs 40 units to land, 40 units to land, 40 units to land. Very, very simple to do that, as we are seeing a fortress coming down here as Awash trying to get his town center back up on this position here. There is the opportunity for Julian Papa to go for a rock raid onto this position here. If you can sneak around the back and land over here with, let's say, 20 catapults or something, 15 catapults, and try and take the Wonder down. That is a way to go, but Julian Papa says, you know what, it's not going to happen here. We're going to tap out. Gabu also says, I'm going to tap out here as well, as he's trying to chase around these units here. But that there is the game. JSS finds the dub here. A really, really well executed counter to this fast Wonder strategy that PXS has done. Like I said in the early game, if you want to go for a fast Wonder here, this solid strategy is to play Gaia, is to play Isis, and call it a day. And also to play maybe a Hades or something, right? That's got to be the way to go, because Gaia gets Gaia Lush all around the map. You can't build on Gaia Lush. You can't underworld on Gaia Lush. Isis gets the monument protection, so you can't defend here. Now, maybe Isis was banned. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the best way to play. And if you remove the Isis, then it's still going to be Gaia as a must pick here to protect your island from side builds and everything else. She can literally just spread that Lush super easily around everywhere. The other thing that I think that I don't fully understand is a player's decision-making with building placement around a Wonder. It seems to me the best way to go about this would be you build the Wonder here, then you build a Migdol, you build a Migdol, you build a Migdol, you build a Migdol, and you literally just keep building buildings out from that Wonder, so that there's just things surrounding it, so that your opponents can't shifting sands their siege towers directly onto the Wonder. They can't vortex directly onto the Wonder. They can't underworld directly onto the Wonder. It buys you way more time than the kind of spaced building placement going on here and also going on over here. You see the towers going up around this Wonder. It doesn't make any sense. Even building military academies or something around this Wonder would make a lot more sense than this, in my opinion. I'm not sure I'm 100% right there, so you can make a comment on that for yourself. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch, if on the YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.